Okay, this video will be to at least start the construction of the stock support base for the stock bracket for cold saw machine. And basically what we're going to do is we're going to start out with the shape that looks something like this. And we'll draw that sketch and then revolve that. So the first thing I want to do is go to sketch. I'm in sketch. I should go to sketch mode, and I want to draw on the front face. And I'm going to start drawing some lines. And I'm actually going to start. I'll go ahead and start here and come out. And I just noticed one thing. I'm still in metric mode, so I need to go to Tools, Options here. And under Document Properties, go to Units. And I'll change that to inches, pounds, and seconds. And I'm going to change my display to 4 decimal places. And I'll do the same thing on, let's go ahead and do that on dimensions as well. So it's already there. Units, dimensions, that should be about it. Hit OK. And now we're ready to start drawing again. So we'll draw a line. Much better. And now you might want to draw a line up that way, and then we'll come back over. And then finally we'll go all the way to the bottom. Now that's not exactly what that's going to look like, but we'll go with that for now. So we'll put in some dimensions. And we'll go from this edge to this edge. Again, always get the outermost part. And I want that to be 17 inches divided by 2, I believe it is. And make sure you look on that second page in that packet that I gave you. There's a detailed drawing of that. But it's 17 divided by 2. Okay, again, always go with the outermost dimensions. Then it says that I need to go from this line to this point. That needs to be 12.85 divided by 2. Then from this line right here to, zoom in on that, this line needs to be 5.25 divided by 2. Now that looks a little bit out of whack there, doesn't it? So we're going to go in there and go from the bottom to the top. And that needs to be 12.25. Oops, daggone it. Okay. Then from there we'll note that this dimension for that line, from here to this point, if you will, needs to be 0.38. Looks a little better. It also says that from this line to this line needs to be, I believe it's 1 inch. And it also tells me now that that's fully defined. Now, however, I'm going to move this dimension up here just to get it out of the way. Note that there will be a chunk of this cut out. So what we need to do is draw another line along here somewhere, coming out this way. There's going to be another line up this way. We don't know how long it is or anything like that. We'll end the chain. We're going to draw another line that goes up this way. And then we can put some dimensions on those as well, on some of that. The dimension from this line to this line is, and that's an angle of degrees, so we don't want that. We want that to be in inches. Oh, the first thing I have to do is make that parallel. So we'll add a relation between these two lines and make those parallel. Now we'll put that dimension back in. And that number is 0.63. Now the dimension from this down to the base is 3.25. And we'll just move that out of there, out of the way. Now then I can do a trim. Trim this line out and trim that line out. And now finally then what we have to do is go in there and put in a, oh, let's see, what else do we have, anything? I think that's the main thing. So now what we have to do is we're going to put in some gauge points for this line. Actually, I'm going to delete this line. So I need to put in a point. You'd put one in here somewhere and another one in here somewhere. And I need to dimension those. So I'll come from this line to the point. Okay, let's try it again. I grabbed something that I wasn't supposed to grab there. That's a little better. And that number needs to be half of 4.5. 4.5 divided by 2. And then I need another dimension from that center line out to this line. And that needs to be 4.75 divided by 2. Then I need to go in there and put in a distance from the bottom up to this point. And that's 5.55. And I need to go from this point to the bottom, 7.85. And now those are my gauge points to put in, I'll move that up a little bit. Those are my gauge points to put in a new line. So I'll draw a line in there between these 2 points. Done with that. And then I can extend this line. Well, let's see, we're not going to get that. It's going to extend the wrong way on that, so this one needs to be extended out. Then I can extend this. Then I want to trim that back out. Okay, then finally what I need to do is go in there and draw a circle. And I'm just going to draw that out here in space somewhere. Put in a dimension. Now be careful, that's a diameter and it's asking for a radius, so it's 0.5 times 2. Okay. And then we're going to go in there and add some relations between this, and actually I probably need to move that over a little closer, about right there. And I'm going to add a relation, and all I did was drag that over between this circle and that line, tangent, right click, and I can actually just delete that line. I still need the arc and I need this line here, tangent. Oh, better undo that. Now that line should have been, notice how this has got the coincident, this one should have been coincident too. So let's see what happened there. Add relation between this line and that point, coincident. And now that shouldn't jump. So really I'm glad it did. I didn't mean for it to, but we'll go in here and grab that, make them tangent, and there you can see it turned out a little differently that time. Okay, so let's zoom in on that. And we'll note on the right side, you can see it already. It needs to be trimmed out. So we'll use the trim command. We'll trim the arc. Then we'll trim this line out. And we'll note that if we keep zooming in on that, we need to trim, trim too much. Let's trim out that. Okay. And that takes care of that shape Now let's see, it says it's underdefined. So let's see what else could we give it that needs to be. I'm not so sure that there's anything that really. One thing we can do here is we can add relation, and we'll fix that line, and then we'll add relation and fix that line. And notice that locks it in place. We'd lost our origin, so it's still at the origin, but we had lost that. So now that thing is ready to do a revolution. So we'll exit the sketch, and we'll do a revolved base, and the axis will be this line right here. Now make sure that it doesn't say that it's going to be a thin feature. It needs to be a solid. So it really doesn't matter which way you flip that direction. It's 360 degrees. Note that you could go, if you only wanted half of that, and then if you flip it, it'll do different things as far as that goes. There you can see that it's flipped. So you can actually go at any angle there. We want 360. We want the full sweep. Let's see, it should be crunching. There we go. So that's the original shape there. I think we'll stop there. We'll go in next and add some more. Well, let's go ahead and punch a hole through there just for fun. We'll do the hole wizard. And it's a simple hole. The hole size on that is 3.001, so I'm going to say show custom sizing. 3.01. And then we'll go in here and blind, and actually that probably could just be up to next, or we could say up to a surface. I don't know that I want to go through all because there might be something added later. Let's see if up to next will do. It doesn't. So we'll go in. Oh shoot, I forgot to place the position. If I use that 3D sketch, if I right click, quick snaps, center point snap, and grab that arc, now I should be good. And I'll rotate that around to make sure that it does do what it says it does. So I'm good there. And next thing I'll do, probably I should have done it before, is hit save. Okay, now that we're saved, we're good to go on that. That's all I want to do on this video, and we'll pick up with some more parts here in just a minute.